Hello, I am Rupert Hargreaves, the Managing Editor of City AM, and I'm here with Andy Gray from NatWest at the wonderful Business Leader Growth 500 Awards. Andy, nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
So why is this events like this so important to the UK growth scene?
So I think it's hugely important that we demonstrate and celebrate all of the great entrepreneurial activity and growth that goes on within the UK. And what's great is you've got winners here from all different sectors and all different regions of the UK. And as we know, the growth of the UK is driven heavily by businesses like this.
Yeah. NatWest is a lead sponsor of the and small business. How important is that to NatWest and that growth area?
So it's hugely important to us. We're the biggest of the high street banks in terms of banking for business. We bank more startups than any other high street bank. And we've got 12 entrepreneurial accelerators, which we use across the UK to help support entrepreneurs learn, grow and succeed. And then in my business, which is the mid-market business, we know that the mid-market businesses are responsible for a huge amount of the economic growth of the UK, a large amount of the employment, and if we can increase their effectiveness by even 1%, we think that's worth about £35 billion a year in GMV.
Do you see that as one of the biggest opportunities now in the UK?
Absolutely. Yeah, we did a big bit of work last year and published a report called The Price of the Middle on the mid-market. And what that revealed is a few of first of all, the huge value these businesses create, but also some of the challenges they face in terms of, they're not really recognised as a segment. A lot goes on for startup and SME and, big companies like indeed NatWest. We have our own voice and capabilities. But in this middle, which drives productivity and drives prosperity and employment, there's no real voice for them. So we've been working pretty hard. We've set up a mid-market growth council, which our Chief Executive Paul Thwaite chairs, which represents a load of business organisations and indeed mid-market businesses. And we're focused on 4 key things, which is giving those businesses a voice and a focus in terms of the data, so we can measure it and track how well they're doing. In terms of helping them with regulation, access to skills as well. And then also, which aligns very much with government strategy, how we play regionality and really support businesses in the regions and devolved nations of the United Kingdom to succeed and grow.
But what do you think are the biggest challenges right now for small businesses they have to overcome?
So I think regulation, access to skills, and I think that inevitably, as we speak today, there's a huge amount of macroeconomic and indeed geopolitical uncertainty. And for small businesses particularly, that creates a distraction and an uncertainty that can knock them off track, reduce their confidence to invest, and therefore dampen their growth and success.
Well, on the other side of the equation then, what are you most excited about in the small business world?
So I'm really excited about the kind of energy that the UK entrepreneurial community still brings, the resilience and the determination to succeed and thrive and grow. And I think even in difficult times, that is so reassuring when I go to events like this, when I meet many of our customers. That enthusiasm, determination, resilience counts for an awful lot.
Well, on that wonderful note then, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rupert.